I've been stood on these stages a little while, maybe 10 years of doing this, for those who've been around a little while. I want to tell you a little story, okay? We're all sat here today, we're all drinking wine and beer and having some nice food later, and it's really great that we're all here. But there's bigger things going on in the world. There is bigger things going on in the world, and we need to understand, okay? So I'm going to tell you a little story, a true story, which not many people know, so I'm going to confess a few things tonight. In the 1930s, there was a family in Germany, okay? Growing up, mum, dad, single son. That family had the misfortune of being Jewish in Germany in the 1930s. The little boy was bullied at school because he was Jewish. In 1938, the British government managed to organise something because of what was going on in Nazi Germany at that time, called the Kindertransport. And the Kindertransport was to take Jewish children out of Germany in a war zone, which has reminiscence of what's happening today in Ukraine, and bring them to this country. And they brought 10,000 Jewish boys and girls out of Germany in between November 1938 and May 1939. In May 1939, this little Jewish boy had been sent to Berlin by his parents 6 months prior because they were worried about what was going on. And he went to a technical school in Berlin. In May of that year, and this is just a month or two before war finally broke out, but after Kristallnacht, there was the last train leaving Berlin on the Kindertransport, and they managed to get 100 kids out of the technical school in Berlin to go to the train station. But the train was full, and they said, we can only get 50 kids on this train. So they said, right, everybody with the surname A to M for Mathias, can get on the train. Everybody else has to go back to the school. Though the rest were never seen again. A to M got on the train, got to Dover, and were brought to Britain. That boy was my dad. So when the government this week announced that families should open their homes and their houses to people from from Ukraine who may not have even been to this country, may not know anything about Britain, then I would encourage anyone to do the same. Because that's what happened to my father. He was taken in by a family. And if it wasn't for the kindness of the British government and the British people, I wouldn't be here today. Thank you. And I think we can all extend the kindness to the Ukrainian people who are suffering tyranny not from Adolf Hitler, but from Mr. Putin. And these are the things that are important. This is great. Thank you very much to everybody. Thank you very much to both. But thank you for allowing me to have that story today. Thank you very much.